It is time to do some summoning, and honestly it has been quite a while since I've actually done a summoning video. I've not been doing much summoning lately, as you can kind of see here. Didn't really summon on this banner or this banner as well. I did go in on the rearm banner a little bit to spark, but it went really bad, so I didn't really want to summon anymore. Either way, let's jump in. We'll talk about some of the reruns when these units are coming back, and then we'll do some questions as well. Our goal for tonight, obviously, is we do want Veyle, but we'd also like Alcris and Felix, because, you know, those are two of my favorites, and they're also just really good fodder. Not Felix, but Alcris, like the duplicating is so good, so definitely would like to get that. The only problem is that Arvel exists there, and I really don't need like a plus 20 Arvel, so it's a bit of a risk to pull on Carlos. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is that Veyle is coming back in February, so that's kind of an interesting thing. There's no one sharing with her quite yet. Actually, I'm sorry. So Veyle is going to January. My bad, I said February. And then Ashe is also going to January, which is interesting because she's pushing Goto out to February, where Ashera, Claude, and Arvel are going to be. So that means that probably Claude and Ashera are going to be put into the remix banner. That's something to be excited about. We also have like Freyr going to February, which means that one of those units is being pushed up between, I think it's Not or Euler. I can't remember which one is older, but one of those two will be pushed out as well. We have some other swaps around too, with Atri and Xander going all the way to April, Oder moving to April, Nana's in April, and then we even have female Shez going all the way to May, which is kind of crazy, right? That's like 6 months or more. So if you want female Shez, this is definitely the time to pick her up, as this is not only an amazing share, but it's gonna be a very long time before she gets another rerun. There's Freyr. I should be happy, but I also hate his guts. So every time I see him, I get a little bit disgusted. I hate this unit so much. He's probably like my least favorite unit in the game right now. But, you know, we'll always take a 5-star early. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Hoping for some units. I'm kind of sad that Diamant shared with Felix here. Not because I don't like Diamant. Obviously, I like Diamant quite a lot. He's my favorite engaged character. But I really needed attack speed solo to duplicate fodder. And so now I have to wait until like next month, possibly, to get female Violet. Or it might even be longer than that. I don't know. So we'll have to see about that one. We also would like to get Ashe because we have her at +8. So if that pops up, I'll be very happy about that as well. Let's jump into some questions. Talk about this banner a bit. Who is that? Is that a Thune? I think that's a Thune. It is. Okay. So the first question we're going to talk about is a festive one, because this banner or this video should be coming out on Halloween. So Cake 852 wants to know, so are you dressing up as Bolt Tower for Halloween? No, I am not a big fan of Bolt Tower. Bolt Tower is pretty much why I don't get rank 1 every week, because somebody uses Bolt Tower to kill my defense. But I'm sure DTM will be dressing up as the Bolt Tower. Maybe I'll dress up as the Colt Catapult and I can like throw paper at him or something. It'll be great. It'll be really interesting. Could be a good video. But yeah, no Bolt Tower for me. This next one's gonna be from Verkados Ensei. And they want to know, so first we got female Alear, now we got Veyle. Do you think we'll get legendary male Alear too? What do you think he would wield? Would he also be a dragon fish unit, or should he be a sword wielder? So this is always an interesting thing, because we've now had a few avatars with both forms, right? We've had both Robins, with like Robin female being Grima, and then male Robin being a tome user, and then we had both Bylus, who are both tome users, but one was blue and one was green. So it is possible that we get another Fist Alear, but maybe he's just a different color. Maybe he's like red or blue or something like that. I'd probably prefer that over getting a sword unit, because we have so many sword legendaries. Like, we just have so many, we really don't need more. Maybe they could do something interesting though. Maybe they make him a dragon. That would be really cool. They could make a unique design for him, because we never really got to see Alear turn into a dragon. Oh, I guess that's a little bit of spoilers. But you don't get to see like a dragon form for him. So I think that would be really cool to do as well. But you never know. So I'm just hoping it's something unique and not something boring. I hope they don't just like take the exact same unit again and like change like one thing. Like they kind of did with Bylus, right? The Bylus are pretty similar, with really only the PRF changing from like the special to the C slot. So I hope they don't do that. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay. Man, I really want to +10 Ashe, but I really am afraid of Arvel. Also, I need Alcris. So if we do get Veyle early, I might pick up Alcris on the Spark, because my Alcryst has like amazing fodder. As Joel puts it, they're fodder factories, right? Man, I think Alcryst is by far one of the best fodder factories. I think he just, the skills you can get on him are insane. So I would love that. I have Pledge on him right now, which is like, that's like some of the best fodder in the entire game. So every time I pull an Alcryst, I'm like duplicating amazing fodder. That would be great. Give that to like Alm or something like that. Okay, let's move on to our next question. This was from Celestial. And they want to know, what would you... Ooh, Lapis. My Lapis is actually plus 10. I'm just waiting on like... I think I'm waiting on female Byleth for the attack speed solo distant encounter. So that I can give her full build. But then she'll be fully built. She'll have everything. She'll have like Pledge, attack speed solo, no speed to start 4. Like she'll be decked out. So we just need Byleth to come and die. Anyway, so our next question is going to be from Celestial17 and Stargate Broadcast. They want to know, what would you be interested in seeing for Christmas and New Year's? And Stargate said, love all your videos. Thank you so much. Wishing you luck with your summons. Also, thank you. What units and new skills would you like to see on this year's Christmas banner? Okay, so I'm an interesting, I don't know if interesting is the right word. I'm a bit of a Grinch. I'm not a big Christmas fan. If you've been watching my videos for a little while, you probably already know that. So for personally, I just really don't want any unit I like on the Christmas banner. Like, I want them to avoid Christmas with all my favorites, especially my edgy character favorites, right? Like, Jafar and Felix being on the Christmas banner, technically not on the banner, but like the free-to-play Christmas unit. Oh, it drove me insane. I hate it so much. So I really don't want that. So maybe they could do like, I don't know, Shadow Dragon or some other game I don't like as much. They could do Fates. Actually, they probably will do Fates just because we haven't gotten a Corn banner yet this year. We technically got Brave female Corn, but we haven't got like a male Corn yet, and they do Corn literally every year, so I would be very surprised if they don't get one this year. So I'm sure we'll probably get Fates for Christmas. When it comes to skills, I really want Vantage 4, and I want Vantage 4 to have Null Seed Disrupt built into it, so Altina can be even more powerful. And then I also want Attack Defense Snap, so that Altina once again can be more powerful. So you can see my bias. When it comes to New Year's, it is the year of the dragon next year. So I assume that we're going to be getting a dragon banner. And if that's the case, I'd really, really love to get some Tellius dragons. I know that we've gotten a few throughout the years, right? Like with Nisia and Kurthnaga and stuff. But we don't have Nasir yet. And Nasir's arguably like the most important of the dragons in some ways, right? He's like the most plot relevant. So I'd love to see him. And also, I would just love to have a Tellius dragon with a PRF weapon, because in my opinion, they have the best dragon sprite by like a mile. So I would love to have that on a very powerful like PRF unit with like a PRF scale. That would be great. So hopefully we can get that. I'm pretty sure we're getting dragons no matter what. It's just a matter of which dragons it's going to be, right? So we'll see about that one. That might bait me into summoning. I'll also get like a dragon special, which would like kill KCB's wallet, but also be kind of hilarious, to be honest. We're at 9.5%. Holy crap. I did not notice that. Shit. Okay, let's just bring some more questions, right? The questions will bring the luck. So this one's going to be from CJ Somebody. Saw your banner reaction. Very happy I'm not the only one I'm not the only one going insane thinking Freyr was one of the worst things that happened in the game. I completely agree. Is it time we talk about mid-phase debuffs and how the game should be pushing those, since Blessable Severance and all current and future start of phase debuffs would still not matter very much due to Goat Dad's oppression? Okay, so this is I could literally talk about this for hours, but I think Freyr is like one of the most poorly designed units ever in the game. I think he's way more egregious than Elamine ever was. Elamine, not only did you have to win a stat check, but she could only turn off, you know, at start of turn phases in a row, you know what I mean? Like or a column. So you really had to choose which one you were turning off, which was just typically Catria, right? Like let's be real, that's typically what you were turning off. Though you could turn off a thing like Infantry Pulse, which is why the YouTuber Infantry Pulse hated it so much. But typically it wasn't, like, I don't think Elamine was as toxic as people made her out to be, by any means. Freyr, on the other hand, is completely toxic, right? He turns off all debuffs, so you pretty much can't use, like, you know, any type of like stat debuff. You can't use expert why can't I think of the word? Oh, it's all. Okay. Well, I already have you at like plus 20. I can't think of it. Duo Thor's debuff, right? The one that gives plus 10 true damage. You have that as well. You can't use Temari debuffs. You can't use pretty much any debuff, right? Not only that, you can't use isolation, so you can't turn off dancers, which means dancer traps can happen again. Rally traps can happen again, right? The thing is like before Freyr came out, we were in a position where like if you really invested into one of your favorite units with an arcane weapon and like a full build, they pretty much worked in Ether Wraiths because there was powerful enough supports to make them work, right? They could like kind of remedy the weaknesses they would have as an older unit. But with Freyr, that's really not the case anymore. Even more so with deploy effects, right? Deploy's turning off like grand strategy and like treachery and bonus doubler. So I'm not a fan of Freyr. I can literally talk about that forever. And I don't like how they made these like mid-phase debuffs, as CJ somebody put it, because it's like really bad game design in my opinion. Like, what are they gonna do next? Like, okay, the mid-phase debuffs are too strong now, so we need to nerf them. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have before the turn start debuffs? Like, come on, like it's so dumb. I think it's just ridiculous, and that they really need to learn to design things better, where like there are balances and checks to them. Like Elamine had, to be fair, right? Elamine, you just win a resistance check, and then her effect doesn't happen. And I think they did that with Veyle even, right? Veyle has that, so I don't know why. Oh, okay, Shez, not bad, not bad. Shez is definitely still really good. I would like Veyle though, so I could have freaking sparked Alcris. Okay, let's keep going. This one's going to be from one of our members, Kradakos, who's also a FeyTuber, so definitely go check out his content. He does, his thing is Retired Whale. That's like his new thing he's doing, which is pretty funny. Felix. Ooh. Wow, I did not expect to get any Felixes, because the last time I summoned for a Felix, I spent 600 orbs to get one Felix, plus speed too. He already is plus speed though. I used trait fruits on him. But very nice, take the merge on Felix, definitely. But yeah, Kradakos wants to know, do you think they will make a character that just grants all allies within 2 spaces get Feud? I was just thinking we got Emblem to check saves, then we got Freyr to check negative stats effects and debuffs. The natural evolution of this is a combination of those 2 characters to check positive stat effects and bonuses. Ploy 4 more or less does that, but I'm thinking it'd be more of a Freyr situation where it's constant team support. Eventually this game is going to get so convoluted that all matchups will just boil down to who has higher base stats. I think it's possible that they give out a unit who just gives out Feud. Definitely, that could happen. I don't know if they would do that. I don't know. They're really weird with how they decide to do things, right? Because like we have units like Legendary Robin, for example, who got soft nerfed with deploy effects within like what 7 months, about I'd say somewhere around there. But then you have a unit like Bridal Catrio, who's been dominating the meta for 2 years plus, and they still haven't added a way to just nerf triangle attack. Like they could literally have made a ploy skill that was just like turns off triangle and dual strike, and like that would have done it. So I don't know, maybe they put in a Feud support, but they also don't really have a good guard support either, right? We only have like really like Kaden and like Tandem Baton, which is kind of weird. You'd think by now they would have like a Mythic or yeah, it's a Mythic who would give out guard support, but they haven't done that either. They've also not done tempo support, which is unusual. Well, I guess you have legendary female Byleth, but we haven't gotten another one yet. So maybe they give out Feud, but I wouldn't like put my money on it. I guess I think they're gonna go with more degenerate things. But you never know. Maybe a Shara will get it with a Refine Remix. That would make a Shara actually a very good unit if she could give out Feud at the beginning of the turn. Like that would be. I like that. Let's do that. Let's give a share of that, and then also like slaying and like treachery and just a billion things. Make a share broken. She already broke the game once technically, right? So why not do it again? Dude, that was like my favorite moment when I just saw that message and everybody's like freaking out, like, don't play with a Shara, she breaks your game. And I'm just like, yes, this is how it should have been. A Shara should have broke the game from the very beginning. Yeah, we'll do this circle and then we're gonna be done. We'll do one more question because I have it already done. So this is from Randilcious, and they want to know, hey Oblivion, what game modes do you enjoy the most, and do you feel you could build a reliable Omnitank? Another Shez. Okay. I definitely wish you were Veyle. But I mean, I'll take it for sure. It breaks my pity too, which is nice. Not good IV. Okay. And do you think you can build a reliable Omnitank with most units using the current weapons and skills available? Thanks for all your great content. Thank you so much. So like I was mentioning earlier with Freyr, I do think you can do that, especially if you're not like in the rank 1s of Ether Wraith and stuff, or like even in Summoner Duels, right? If you're like playing the lower ranks, you can definitely do that. But I do think Freyr definitely hampered like on the party of everybody getting to have their favorite unit as an Omnitank. I think he definitely ruined that a bit. Before Freyr came out, I was actually having really fun with my Nephni. I got Nephni Arcane Lewin, and I gave her a full build, and she was completely decked out, and she was putting in work. She was pretty much winning against everything because I just gave her like ridiculous amount of support, right? But now I really can't do that anymore, which pissed me off because I was actually having so much fun with the game just because I gotta play with Nephni. Oh look, it's Patty. Our 1000th hero. We'll do the green too, because why not? It's 3 orbs. I don't even remember who's on green. Why did I do that? DTM's gonna scold me like, this is why you don't waste orbs. Hey, it's other Shez. Okay. But yeah, I do think that, I think you can to an extent, right? Like I don't think you can build a meta Omnitank currently with just like, you know, anything. Like you really need to use one of the more powerful units like, you know, Summer Fjorm or like Fallen Female Byleth or Legendary Alear or whatever. But you can do it if you want to play more casually or if you're not playing in the most competitive game modes. Okay, so now we're at the Spark, and I really want to Spark Alchrist. I'm not going to lie, I really want to Spark Alchrist because it's so much value. But I think I have to pick Veyle here. Also Felix. Like Felix and Alchrist would have been much more enjoyable Sparks. But I also want to have Veyle so I can test her out. And also I think she is a good unit. I'm not as high on her as Veology, like Joel and DTM are. I think she's going to be good, but I do think that nukes are kind of like ridiculous right now. So I don't think she completely fixes all the tank problems by herself. Though she does help. And her art is really good. Like her art is really good. Very nice. Okay. There she is. We'll build her up, give her some skills. That is going to be the summoning session. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, but it went pretty well. We got like, you know, almost everything we wanted except for Veyle and Alchrist. So like pretty solid summoning session. Glad it didn't turn out as horrible as my last one did. But now I'd love to hear from you. How did your summoning session go if you did summon on this banner? Who were you summoning for? Were you going for Veyle, or maybe you're going for one of these other units? Maybe you're a giant Felix and Diamant fan, so you're pulling all red. You know, if you're one of those, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know, because I want to hear about it. But I'd also just love to hear what you think of these units and what you plan to do for the future. If you're going to be saving all your orbs for the future banners coming up soon, or if you're going to be summoning a lot here because maybe Veyle's one of your favorites. As always, I'd like to thank all my members for all their constant support. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. This has been Oblivion. I'll catch you all later.